Okay, hey guys, I just focused that and then immediately moved. Long time no talk. So much has transpired since I last talked to you. So I'm officially in my new apartment in Boston, which you probably don't know anything about because I'm working on doing a moving vlog to Boston, but it has been so crazy that I haven't finished it. I need to work, so much work needs to go into that video. So I think I'm gonna post this one first. So just know that a moving vlog is coming about my experience coming to Boston because I just moved from Wisconsin to Boston. I just wanted to make this video. It's gonna be really quick. My parents came last weekend. It is now Thursday. It's actually Thanksgiving. My parents came and they moved all my furniture from Wisconsin to here, all my things. So I have all these books, but they're in total disarray. There's no organization. I noticed this yesterday. There's a part of a series here mixed with a part of a series here mixed with some of my academic books from college, so it's just a huge mess. So I thought I would just do a time-lapse video of me kind of organizing my book wall. I decided to do a book wall too because I have bookshelves in Wisconsin, but I thought I'd leave them at my parents' house and do a book wall because I think book walls are really pleasing to me, and I thought that'd be kind of fun. So I don't really have a plan right now. I figured I'd just do a little time lapse because I really love watching these videos. They're so fun to me. I thought I would do my own quick little video just to show you guys that I am still alive, that I'm still planning on making videos. I've had a lot of good video, essay, movie ideas come to me recently that are gonna take some time, but that I'm really excited about. So I'm literally in my PJs right now, and I'm just gonna sit here, probably put some music on, maybe listen to a podcast or something, and just organize my books. I'll give you an overview of what how I decide to organize everything when I'm done, because I right now I don't have a plan, but I'm gonna stop talking now. I know I'm not in focus. I'm not sure if anything recorded. It might have, we'll see, but I have started in case it hasn't. I'll tell you my plan in case nothing just recorded. Right here is books I haven't read yet, kind of off to the side. This pile that you can't see, maybe I'll point it down a little bit. This is all books I have read. And I'm trying to organize them kind of in categories such as series, and then certain piles are standalones or gonna go in different areas. And then that's TBR. So I'm doing that kind of the same where I'm trying to it's gonna be a mess in the beginning, but separate it by standalones and then move things into series. But if there's so many books right now that I'm kind of just trying to separate in between read and not read first. Okay, I hope that recorded, but it might not have. So we're gonna keep going. I had to get a snack, I was hungry. Guys, so my camera died right as I was finishing this wall. So I have finished the books I've read wall, which was way more than I even realized. It's interesting seeing this compared to on a bookshelf. And now I have around me I have to see if this is the best angle for this. I maybe need to move. I have this is like the piles of books I haven't read. So I need to figure out a way to do this, to build this, to organize this. Okay, I think I'm gonna move you. I don't think you're gonna be able to see anything. Cool. Okay, let's go through everything quickly. I'm behind the camera. Hopefully you can hear everything I'm saying okay. So this is the books I've read wall, which is pretty big. Like in comparison, sorry for the whiplash, to the books I haven't read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have slightly more than I've read, which is great for me. So I'm just gonna start in this corner. These books like right here are all books that I have read for school. So like these 3 books right here, these anthologies are all British literature anthologies pretty much. So it's like a lot of Shakespeare, a lot of like Beowulf. So I haven't like necessarily read everything in these anthologies, but there are some that I have read all the way through. And this shelf, like even though it's for school, contains a lot of my favorite books. Like on top is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, which I love. And I have The Professor's House by Willa Cather, which I know some people give Willa Cather a bad rap, but I really like that book. I wrote like an essay on it. I thought about it so deeply. It was from my favorite class. I have some James Baldwin, and I have Their Eyes Are Watching God, some Dickens. Yeah, anyway, some really good stuff. There's also some like feminist literature from when I took a protest literature class, and there's some plays in there, some like African American theater. There's some Asian literature, Asian American literature from a class I took. So that is kind of like I kind of like keeping it separate. It's my just school books. I do have, little spoiler alert, a bunch of Vladimir Nabokov right here, which is also from a Nabokov class I took. But this, to me, it made more sense to go in like this big row, which I will get there in a second. So moving on, I'm just gonna back up a teensy bit. Okay, so now this row right here is series, but it's like not my, like, it's not the core series. So the row to the left of it, this is like my core favorite series. So these are like kind of like defined my middle school reading and some high school, and it kind of like really got me into reading. So the ones over here are series I still really liked, but they're not like the core series that I associate like really heavily with like my childhood and growing up. So I have like the Six of Crows series. I think it's called the Raven Cycle series is next, then Selection, Cruel Prince, Percy Jackson, and like the Court series or whatever. So that's all there. And then this one is, the next row over is like my core favorite. So it's like the ones I associate really closely with growing up, like I said. So this is like the Divergent series, which I have on the bottom because it's probably like affected me the least. And also like it's a pretty solid thick book, so it'd be a good base. Then I have the Maze Runner series, Hunger Games series, Harry Potter series. Then moving to this row, this is like primarily books that I own a lot of by a single author. So like I said, I have a bunch of Nabokov books here, and then moving up I have my John Green collection, which I will take absolutely no John Green slander. Like I think I had all of John Green's books sin the like zombie one he has or whatever. So anyways, I have all those, and those are in the order that I read them. Then I have my Rainbow Rowell section, who I'm also obsessed with. I'm missing a few, but I will get them eventually. I just finished like the Simon Snow series recently too, and that changed me fundamentally. I'm like a Baz stan at heart, and I think what would Baz do in like so many situations? Anyways, moving on. Then I have my Alice Oseman like Heartstopper series. And lastly, I have my Saba to Here section. So this is the Ember and the Ashes series. And spoiler alert, here I have All My Rage, which is by her too, which I'm gonna read soon. And that actually just won the National Book Award. So like it's like really great for her. I'm like really excited for her. She's really nice. Sometimes I'll comment on Saba's Instagram and sometimes she likes my comments. Okay, so she's very nice. I'm a very big fan of hers. Ember in the Ashes was like my favorite book for a really, really long time. So I highly recommend that series. You can kind of see my destruction in this corner. Here is all like my standalone books that I have read that aren't like in series. So obviously you can see I went through like a very, very heavy series phase. I read a lot of series, but this one is like kind of in order of, well, it's like kind of a mix. So the bottom is like series that I never finished, or like I have more books in series that I haven't gotten to yet. So like that's this section here. And then moving up, you can't really see, but I have Kunal Nayar's and Jeanette McCurdy's memoirs. And then I have a little romance section here, and then moving up, it's kind of in order of like, not how much I liked them, but like kind of. Like some of these in like this section, I don't remember too much about. Like I remember a lot and that I really liked them, but I don't remember so many details. So like these ones on top are like this section right here is my favorite books. So this is Call Me By Your Name, Perks of Being a Wallflower, The Secret History, and The Goldfinch. Those are like my top 4. And then this section is like books I really, really liked. So that is my read section. Let me back up a teeny bit and give you the full shebang. Nice! These are all the books I own that I've read. How fun. Moving on to the TBR. Completely based on my own expectation of reading them. And so it's like definitely not gonna be true as in like order-wise. But I'm being confusing. Let me just explain like what I'm thinking. This is kind of going in this direction of order that I kind of want to read. So this stack right here is primarily books that I want to get to as soon as possible. And let me just say, this is like less books than I thought. When I had them on my bookshelf at home, I really thought I had like a huge amount of books that I needed to read still. And while this is a lot, it's like less than I thought, which is great. So this is all pretty much, there might be some mistakes, but it's pretty much all like standalones that I want to get to really soon. So I think it's called Aristotle and Dante. Oh, Learn the Secrets to the Universe. I believe that's what it's called. I know there's a movie coming out soon that looks like really good, or maybe a TV show. There's some form of media coming out relating to that book. And then, like I said, I have Saba's book on top. And then there's no particular order as in like I want to read the ones on top other than those two more than the rest. When I was building this row, I was more thinking about like stability. So like the bigger books are on bottom, and these stacks aren't super high, so I think it'll be relatively easy to pull from them. Anyways, so this row is like ones I really am interested right now in getting to. Next, the second row here, it's kind of similar where it's like I do really want to get to these books soon. The only difference is these ones are part of a series. So it's kind of awkward how these two books on top are bigger. But the reason I have them up there is to hopefully motivate me to read them soon, because they are second books in series that I haven't continued in like a really long time. So one is Infinite Sea, which is the second to the fifth wave, which I didn't like love the book, but I read it pretty young, and I'm hoping to just like raw dog it without rereading the first book again. And then Scarlet is part of like the Cinder series, where it's like retellings of fairy tales. And I know that you don't directly, like they're all like different fairy tales each book, so it's like okay if I don't remember everything about the first book. So I really want to read those so I can like move them and get them over with, honestly, to be a little harsh. And the rest of these are like pretty much first books, or if I have multiple books in the series, they're all in that shelf too. So I do want to like get to some of these really quickly too, or like sooner, but I just wanted to distinguish like which ones were in series, which ones weren't. And I'm just realizing even right now that Zenith is like part of a series, but I have heard not great things, so I'm thinking I might not read the rest of the series. So it's not like a perfect shelf, but it's like more attainable, more easy to understand. Okay, moving on. This one here in the middle is kind of a combination of classics and nonfiction. While I was doing this, I realized that this green book and this gold one are both Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. I truly don't know how I did this, but I do have 2 copies of the same book. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. A problem for another day. But the bottom is nonfiction. So I have Barack Obama and Michelle Obama's books, and then Parkland. Each year my university would like release a book that's like called the Go Big Read book, and that was it one year. So it's like about the Parkland community and the Parkland shootings. So I want to read that one too. And then the rest are like, so it's not fiction, and then the rest are like classics. So you can see big ass Dostoevsky right there. This whole top section, literally this whole thing is Jane Austen. And then there's some more Dickens in there, there's some Sherlock Holmes, there's this section right here is Greek mythology. I have poetry right here, which I'm not a huge poetry person, but I watched Dead Poet Society and it really inspired me to try to like read a little bit more because there's some I really enjoy. And I think Robert Frost is like a good starting point. So that's that. Moving on, as my battery is going to die relatively soon. These two shelves are less exciting. This one right here is kind of like my medium shelf where I'm like kind of interested, like you could see me pulling from here. I'm not like as excited. And then this one is like ones that I'm like really not itching to get to right now. This includes a lot of books I got at the dollar store. Some books that people just gave to me. So there's some in there that my sister gave to me that when she was like part of a book club. Just ones that maybe hadn't been sitting on my shelf for a long time that I'm not super interested in. Part of my issue was like middle school and beginning of high school, Cassie was a big book buyer versus book reader. So I have a lot of books here that I refuse to get rid of because I paid for them, but I just bought too many at one time and I couldn't keep up, and obviously my interests have changed over time. But I'll back up a teeny bit more on my TBR pile. Okay, beautiful. In my red pile. I'm very happy with it. So this is in my living room. I have a chair in here and a TV stand, a TV, and desk. I need to get a couch still. So right now this is gonna be like on full display, nothing blocking it. This was like one of the first things I've actually cleaned or gotten ready in my apartment, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. Now I'm in my beautiful book wall. If I had to say it, my guess is the next thing I'm gonna read is Aristotle and Dante Discovered the Secrets of the Universe, which has award after award after award after award, which I'm really excited about, hoping to cruise through it because I need to finish my reading goal in time. So that's kind of my plan right now. I'm really excited to have a setup like this because I think it's really cool. So thank you for watching. I'm hoping to get this video up really quick. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving, or I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you have a good holiday season. I hope you have just a great everything. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Peace, love, and happiness. Mwah. Bye.